going to count down. We're going to get started. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the Business Hour. It's a very special edition of the Business Hour today. We're featuring the Pikes Peak Small Business Development Center, of course, but up first is going to be Corey Arcaris, SBDC consultant, and she's going to be talking about the Minority Business Office program and all of the resources available to minorities, women, and veteran-owned businesses. And we will also hear today from Anthony Perez with the Hispanic Business Council. And we will hear, too, from Rodney Gulat, Jr., with the Colorado Springs Black Chamber. It's going to be a great day, so stick with us. In our last segment, of course, we're going to get to the roundtable where our panel, everybody I just named, and there is a plus one here, I'll tell you about Jill in just a minute. We're going to answer the small business question of the week and make a few announcements. Along the way, we'll have our regular weekly updates, including the Pikes Peak Workforce Center Employers Update, National Cybersecurity Center, National Cyber Exchange Weekly Cyber Brief, the Better Business Bureau Beat on the Street with the wonderful Gina Sacraponte, and of course the Pikes Peak SmallBiz.com Small Business Question of the Week. And you wonder how I can say all these things without tripping over them, Agatha.
I'll help you later.
Thank you. Okay. I knew you would. Getting us started today is going to be the SBDC's Agatha Marcoullier and, of course, Corey Arcaris. But I want to introduce one other very special person in the room today, Jill Kusa, who, under the Leadership Pikes Peak Program Teach for America collaboration, is here as a mentee of the wonderful Agatha and the folks over at SBDC. So, Jill, welcome to the studio today. Agatha, you want to get us started with Corey?
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much. Today is an exciting day. We love supporting our veteran, women, and minority-owned businesses. It's a very large part of our small business community. And today we're starting with Corey Arcaris, an SBDC consultant, and one of the many programs she works under for many of our offices in the state is the Minority Business Office program. The Minority Business Office is located at the Office of Economic Development, and they have provided the SBDCs with a very large grant across the state to help our minority, veteran, and women-owned businesses. Corey, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Corey, can you tell us a little bit about an overview to start with of the Minority Business Office and what they do?
Absolutely. The Minority Business Office, based out of Denver, is run by Executive Director Rosie Abudo McDonough. Their focus and their drive is really to build, grow, and prosper minority-owned and women-owned businesses. It's one of the more exciting projects I work on, and I'm very happy to be here to talk about it more today. They work statewide. Our work here for the SBDC is done in Southern Colorado, and we are able to do a whole lot for minority and women-owned businesses through the funding and support that they provide.
And with that said, what are those types of specific programming or resources that we offer through this program for the businesses?
It really is multifaceted. Through their support, we are able to do individual one-on-one business consulting with minority or woman-owned businesses. Many times these folks don't find people like me, if you would, in other businesses, business owners, and they need mentors or they need one-on-one consulting, and that's where we come in. We can provide the one-on-one consulting in several areas, through financial analysis, through operations, sales and marketing, or human resources. And we even help them putting together loan packages and trying to find the capital they need to either start or grow their businesses. It's a pretty comprehensive program, but one of the more important things about the program is once you do it, we can help businesses, is then they go on to potentially do several certification programs. And that's one of the big things about the Minority Business Office, where they're really trying to get more women-owned, minority-owned businesses
and veteran-owned
businesses to be certified to do business with local, city, and state government, and federal government for that matter. And so the certification processes aren't necessarily easy to navigate, so having some help along the way, especially if you have a cultural barrier, a language barrier, or even if you're somebody that's new to the business arena, sometimes having that business consulting help really helps them get to the next level and grow their business.
Mm-hmm. And there's some other organizations that fall under the Minority Business Office that are supporting to us when we talk to our clients, such as Mikasa, for example. correct?
Exactly.
And are there any other resources specific to these businesses that we bring to the table, besides what we normally do for clients at the SBDC every day?
There's a whole lot of different entities here in Colorado Springs and Southern Colorado. The Concilio Hispano de Colorado Springs is one such entity. You're going to hear from Anthony here pretty soon. The Black Chamber is very, very involved, hands-on with their members. And so working together, it is a collaborative effort in order for all of us to help business owners grow and know that they're not alone. And if they need help, really, as business owners, they have one area they know they're weak in, whether it's financial, whether it's operational, and coming in to get the assistance, the mentorship, and the networking component, especially through organizations such as these, is very, very important and helps them not just grow, but stay with them through the continuum. That's why these organizations are very vital to our community.
One of the other programs that I wanted to mention under the Minority Business Office is that there is a strategic planning series that we are a part of as well. And that strategic planning series actually helps minority, veteran, and women-owned businesses with exporting. And it's an 8 to 10 week program that we have with the World Trade Center, and that is assisting our companies, our minority companies, grow to that next level with exporting, which is sometimes very difficult to understand. So this program actually takes you through all those steps that you need to create your business plan, to create your strategy, to export and make the right connections to the countries you're interested in working with. Additionally, the Minority Business Office provides a scholarship and a financial assistance to taking that program.
Ethan, may I interject a question real
Absolutely.
quick? If I recall, we had an international trade zone here at one time.
Yes.
Do we still have that trade zone?
Well, actually, that's a question we may need to come back to next
Okay.
time, but I do know there's a very strong World Affairs Council here in town that we've connected with and are going to be working with, hopefully, on our Minority Business Office program to connect our statewide program to local resources through the WAC as well. So we're really excited about that opportunity, and we'll be pursuing that as soon as possible.
Right. The only clarification I would add to that, Ikta, is on the Leading Edge program. It is an 8-week program, but you meet once a week.
That's
and
correct.
So recently I just told somebody about the 8-week program and they thought, I have to go every day.
Oh, that's a long
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a big
yeah,
commitment.
so I would just clarify that
Yep.
you meet once a week, and it truly is beneficial in walking you through every step of the process, especially if you're interested in exporting.
Yep. And the Minority Business Office program actually spans a number of programs with us, Corey. As you know, our veteran-owned businesses are a large part of our population, and the Minority Business Office also assists our veterans with certification and understanding database registrations, correct? And you know, we definitely don't want to forget about letting our veterans know that Rosie and Corey and our consultants Steve and John, we have a great team under the Minority Business Office program where you can just call the SBDC at 667-3803. Go to our website, pikespeaksbdc.org, to sign up for consulting under this program, and you can request Corey. Corey, you speak Spanish, which is extremely helpful in our community as well, so thank you so much. Before we move to the next segment,
We've got about a minute and a half
Okay.
yet, so we have a little
Okay.
bit of time.
we have a little bit more time.
We do.
Okay. Corey, you were a part of the founding members of the Concilio that will be up next. And can you please tell us the name of the organization we'll be talking with?
Concilio Hispano de Empresas de Colorado Springs.
That's fantastic. Or in my terms, Concilio, the Hispanic Business Council. And they are up here next to talk about the amazing things that they're doing for the Hispanic community and the events you may have coming up as well. So with that, thank you so much, Corey. And
you for having
again,
me.
call the SBDC for more assistance on the MBO program.
Corey, you are wonderful as always. You are a repeat performer here on
Yes,
the
she
Business
is.
Hour, and it's a real privilege to have you back. We're going to hear from you in segment 4 as part of the roundtable and our panel of experts when we ask that small business question of the week. Let's take a quick break. Up next, a couple of messages from Business Hour sponsors, the Pikes Peak Workforce Center Employers Update. And when we come back, more from our wonderful friends on this very special edition of the Business Hour at the Pikes Peak Small Business Development Center. This is the Business Hour on KRDO News Radio. We'll be right back.